Alright, so I have my Monkey D. Luffy deck here with the special art leader, of course. We'll put him over here for now, and so I will go through what I run and why. So first, we got 4 of the 0 cost Gum Gum Jet Gatling from Water 7. These, you need them. Prices jump for these ones. Like 450 yen a piece now. Next we have the new new event. 1 cost event, Gum Gum Giganto. Dawn -2, trash 1 card, plus 9k, and you can draw 2 cards as long as your leader is of the Mugiwara Kaizokudan pirate group. So next we have Trafalgar Law Searcher. This character can search top 4 cards and take any cost 2 or more from Mugiwara, Straw Hats, or Heart Pirates, and then the rest go to the bottom. So good for searching out the next card, Beppo, or any of the other cards that we have in here. Unfortunately, you can't search out these ones, but you'll probably draw them just naturally because there's a lot of draw in this deck. Next, I have 4 of the Beppos because they're 2Ks, searchable, and also with the Moria that's in this deck, spoiler alert, you can play it from the trash, and anytime a Dawn is removed from your field during your turn, one of your characters or leaders gets plus 1000 power for the turn, so it's a nice little bonus. Next up we have 2 Robin blockers because it's a blocker, it's a 1k counter, and Moria-able. You can pull it out of the trash. Then we have 4 of these Zoros. You may minus as much Dawn as you like, 1 or more Dawn, so you can minus 10 if you wanted to, but normally you just minus 2 because of this leader's ability, where if you remove 2 Dawn from your field, you can get 1 back active and 1 back rested once per turn. So you Dawn -2, you flip 1 back up active, 1 back rested, and you gain 1 active Dawn. So you basically gain 1 and you flip 1 back up active. So on your first attacking turn, you have 3 Dawn, you play 1 of these, you get 2 Dawn active, you can play a Robin blocker. Or you can play 1 of these and have another 1 of these for active or something like that. Very good card. Then I have 2 of these starter deck Namis. They work well with the Moria. You on play, if you have a character with cost 8 or more on the field, you can draw a card and it's a blocker, so and a 1 king counter, so it's not, you could probably replace it with something, but that's what I like to run in this. Next, 4 Usopp 2k counters. They should all be this card, this version of it, but because I don't want to buy this starter deck again just for 2 cards, I just threw these ones in. So just pretend they are all this card. On play, if you have 8 or more Dawn on your field, your opponent's 5 cost or less character is rested. You can choose which one, of course. This one also Moria-able, so you can use it for the 2k and for the effect too later on. Then 4 Black Marias because it's purple and she's just that good. Once per turn, you may draw 5. As long as you have no other Black Marias in play, you can draw 5 Dawn and set them rested on your field, and at the end of your turn you must match your opponent's Dawn. So if you have 10 Dawn and your opponent has 8, you have to put 2 back into your Dawn deck. Very good for some cards that we have at the end. A little spoiler right here. Next we have 2 Law because they're searchable by Law, and in Dawn -1, if your opponent has 7 cards or more in their hand, they must trash 2 randomly, or I guess you can choose. It depends on who you ask, I think, about those rules. Let's put him right here. Next, this is the real meat and potatoes of the deck. This Frankie blocker. This is basically what this whole thing is built around. He's your backbone. On play, first of all, he's a blocker, 1k, 4 cost, 5k power. Dawn -2, so you can use his ability. Dawn -2, trash 1 card, draw 2 cards. So let's say you go second, you play this, you play this on your second turn, you Dawn -2, you get 1 back active, 1 back rested, so you have 1 active Dawn to use, and you trash 1 card and draw 2 cards. So he's really good for getting cards in your hand. That's the problem that Purple had before they introduced all these cards. Since the Purple Luffy starter deck, actually, even. When I was playing Purple before, I always found that I didn't have many cards in my hand, and that was frustrating. So this one really helps with that. This one also Moriable, so that is really nice that you can just do that. There's a light shine on this one. Let's see. Whatever, you know what it is. So then I have 1, 2, 3 of these Sanji blockers. Some run 4, but I think 3 is enough. It's kind of a weird card of its kind because it has an extra effect of if in your hand, if this card is in your hand and your opponent has 2 more Dawn than you do, you can play this character for 3 cost, which is pretty good. And it's a blocker and a 2k, 6 cost, 6k, very nice. One more thing that I haven't mentioned yet is this other ability that if you have 1 Dawn on your leader, all your characters have +1 cost. So something that normally would KO a 6 cost cannot. It prevents this card from being Gravity Blade, which is very nice. This becomes a 5 cost, so you can't Egghead Luffy it and so on. So it does make your cards a little bit tougher. Let's say they're a little bit hardier. Now here's the Moria Go Burr. We have 3 Morias. I think 4 is too much, 2 is too little. I think 3 is perfect. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it does. On play, you may take a 4 cost and a 2 cost or less, 4 cost or less, 2 cost or less out of your trash and play 1 active, 1 rested. This is just such a good card in combination with this one, this one, this one, that one, all pretty much everything except for anything over 4 cost. Just so good. So there's 3 of them in here. They used to be like 1,000 yen, so like around $10 a piece here, but they've dropped in price, so they're like maybe 80 to 100 yen, which is like $1 now. I think a lot were reprinted. Now here's the big boys. We have 4 of these very Dragon Ball-esque cards of the Luffy. On play, return 1 or more Dawn, so you want to return 2. Back to your deck, draw 1 card. This character attains Rush, and it's just so good. So you play 9 cost. So let's say you have 10 Dawn, you play this one, you get 1 back, now you have 2 Dawn. You can either play one of these, you can save some for these, or you can attach and attack, or it's just such a good card. 4 is honestly, you want to run 4. It's just that good. This card is the most expensive card in here other than the All Art Leader. They're going up in price. Now here we have the last boss. I had 4 originally, but I think 4 was too much. I think 2 is a perfect number. This is the Gear 5 Luffy, Dawn -10. Flip all your characters to the bottom of your deck, and you get 1 more turn. And then once per turn, if you rest 1 Dawn, you can get 1 Dawn active. So you play this one, you put all your cards down, you activate his ability, you get 1 active, 1 rested, then you rest 1, you get 1 more Dawn with this one, so now you're already at 3 Dawn. Then you get another turn, you draw 2 more, you use his ability, now you're at 6 Dawn already. 1 rested, but still. And then you can play the Sanji for cheaper, you can play this one, you draw a card, you can play this one, you can play that one, you just got options. You could ramp, so it's everything. I feel I've been testing this out against a lot of things. It really synergizes well. It really works very nicely. So the Black Marias are basically for when this comes out and there are 2K, so you know, you throw them in there. The only problem is that they're not searchable, but you know, that's why there's 4 in there, so you'll get them. The only real issue I've had with this deck is fighting Blackbeard, because Blackbeard, every single card pretty much, like let's see, this card, this one, this one, that one, this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, are all on play, and Blackbeard says no thank you to on play. So that's the only issue that I've had in terms of like total shutdown of my deck. This does pretty well against Shanks. I feel like it does well against Shanks. I think it does well against most decks. So yeah, that's my purple black Luffy deck. Let me know what you think.